Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Friday, August 5th. Over the next few days, we'll continue to have deep monsoon moisture and scattered showers and wetting rains and thunderstorms across much of the Great Basin, especially Nevada, Utah, and up into eastern Idaho and Wyoming. We will have a mix of wet and dry storms on the northern fringe in northwest Nevada up into parts of southern and central Idaho, both today and tomorrow. So these storms, precipitation will be more spotty. We'll also have gusty outflow winds, and again, not as wet conditions as what we've been seeing further south. As we move into Saturday, we will start to see a change. Drier air starts to move in from the west and eventually pushes eastward, so we will see a significant decrease in thunderstorms, especially by Sunday across the Great Basin. Over the last 24 hours, we've had scattered thunderstorms across many areas with very wet conditions, wetting rains, some flash flooding over parts of the Sierra Front and also down into southern Nevada, but also a swath of moisture up into southern Idaho and eastern Idaho and Wyoming, where certainly wetting rains weren't quite as widespread in the north, but we did see some showers. Over the last 24 hours, Great Basin fire activity has increased, but still smaller fires reported across the Great Basin with the lightning activity, but with the moisture in place, no new large fires. Over the last 7 to 14 days, again, precipitation continues to be associated with the monsoon moisture over the southern half to two-thirds of the Great Basin. Still some drier spots over the last couple of weeks remains parts of northwest Nevada that have not seen that wetting rain, and also into central and southwest Idaho. Even parts of the Snake River Plain have remained on the dry side. Current ERCs have come down more significantly, obviously, over the southern half to two-thirds of the Great Basin, where moisture has been more widespread. But even over parts of central Idaho, ERCs have come down a little bit, still are between the 90th and 97th percentile, but are not at the record levels we saw several days ago, just with the increase in humidity. 100-hour fuel moistures have also decreased, but are still kind of bordering critical over parts of central Idaho. The satellite loop from this morning shows that deep moisture in place and pushing north. So again, we will see more cloud cover across Idaho and showers and thunderstorms, especially over southern Idaho. We do have a trough moving across the northern plains into the northern Rockies. So again, we will see some of those breezy winds over the far north, but in most areas, winds will be low to moderate with just gusty outflow winds. As we move through the day today, again, you can see that moisture streaming northward, so we will see fire potential decrease. Still remain in the moderate category with dry conditions over much of central Idaho today, as most of those showers and thunderstorms will remain to the south. Looking at the thunderstorms for later today, again, still another active day across Nevada and northern Utah with thunderstorms and wetting rains. Also, again, the potential for flash flooding. As we move up into Idaho, again, more isolated activity over southern and eastern Idaho, but there will be some thunderstorms with higher humidity. Also, winds will be breezy over parts of western Nevada and over Utah. However, humidity is certainly high, and we will see those showers and thunderstorms again. As we move into Saturday, we see that drier air pushing in from the west as an area of low pressure tracks towards the coast. So that will push thunderstorm activity a little bit further east by Saturday afternoon over mainly the eastern half of the Great Basin. Still some drier pockets up over central Idaho, so we will see still those critical fuels in the far north. Again, the thunderstorm picture, we will see a decrease in coverage and that activity pushed further to the east. We will also see winds pick up over parts of central and southern Idaho into eastern Idaho and Wyoming on Saturday. Right now, it looks like relative humidity will still remain above 20% in most of those areas, but we will see potentially some drier, breezier conditions for our fires in the far north. Right now, it looks like most of those gusts stay in the 20s. On Saturday, again, that dry air starts to push in, so we will see relative humidity drop, especially over central and southwest Idaho, but still remain higher over south central and eastern Idaho. We'll see those lower humidities dip down into northwest Nevada as well, so some areas getting into the low teens, possibly even single digits in parts of southwest Idaho. By Sunday, however, this is where the really good push of dry air makes its way across the Great Basin, so we will see a significant decrease in lightning activity with only some isolated storms in the far east. Otherwise, dry conditions are expected across the Great Basin. On Sunday, again, you can see just those isolated thunderstorms in the east, otherwise dry conditions. However, winds will be light across the Great Basin. We will see again those lower humidities, so many areas of central, southern, and southwest Idaho into northwest Nevada. We'll see relative humidity drop into the teens, and even in some areas of Idaho, the single digits. So we certainly could see some holdovers pop up over the weekend just with the dry air moving in areas that we've seen lightning, or we'll see fire activity pick up on some of our larger fires, again, just with the dry air. The forecast amount of precipitation over the next few days, obviously significant precipitation for much of Nevada into northern Utah, even into southeast Idaho and Wyoming. Some exceptions of drier spots will be still southwest and central Idaho, and even northwest Nevada won't see as much overall wetting rains as areas further south, but we will see some light precipitation. As we move into Monday, dry air remains in place with just thunderstorms possibly in the far south, but again another day of dry conditions, so we will see that low to moderate fire potential reemerge in northern and northwest areas of the basin. As we move into Tuesday, however, we'll see another return of monsoon moisture from the south, so we'll see thunderstorms increase over southern, central, and western Nevada again. Also, these thunderstorms again will be wet with the potential for wetting rains and possible flash flooding depending on the intensity of the storms. Still, however, Idaho, Wyoming, and northern Utah will remain dry on Tuesday, but that will start changing on Wednesday with that moisture pushing back north up into Idaho. Right now, those storms will be a mix of wet and dry, so we'll be keeping an eye on this weather pattern to see if we need any high risk for lightning initially. And by Thursday, that moisture spreads further east with drier air pushing back into western areas. 7-day total precip, not really much different than the 3-day. Most of the precipitation will be falling here in the next couple of days, and then again, we'll return by early to mid next week. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from August 12th through the 18th, still shows monsoon moisture remains in place across much of central and eastern areas of the Great Basin. However, still on the western and northern fringes of northwest Nevada up into central Idaho, will remain on the fringe of the moisture, so we'll kind of be in and out of thunderstorms, but also in and out of that dry air moving in as well. So we still expect areas in the north and west to remain on the critical side going into August for fire potential. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.